What's going on, everybody? Y'all already know the vibes, and today I want to start a new series in preparation for champs. I want to do a little bit of a preview for each team that's going to be attending. For each individual episode, guys, I kind of want to go through their season and what got them to where they're at right now. Their high points, their low points, what can potentially win them champs, what can potentially lose them champs, and just have fun with it. So without further ado, let's actually get into the first video, and it is going to be on Atlanta Faze. First, even though you guys probably already know, their team is Simp, Abizi, RCDs, and Celium. Head coach is Crowders, my guy Chris. RJ, the Sloth Bear, is the assistant coach. I know they have Easy Mac as an analyst, and I believe they also have someone else, but I couldn't find out exactly who it was. Even though they've been on a little slump as of late, they've been by far the most dominant team all year long. Their overall series count is 34-7. They've won 70% of their games. They've been the first seed all year long, and no one's even come close. Like, they are, I believe, over 100 points ahead or above of Toronto Ultra for the second seed. So they are the most dominant and the best team in the game still, in my opinion. They also won 3 out of the 5 majors. They got second in one of the majors. And then at stage 5, they kind of just couldn't get anything going. They didn't look that great. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But 4 out of the 5 majors we've had this year, they've been in the finals. And going into the last stage, their floor was second place, okay, from what we've seen all year long. From top to bottom, just a completely dominant team. And when we're talking about individual performances throughout the year, they have 3 of the top 10 overall KDs. All 4 of them are within the top 15. I mean, they don't have a weakness individually. They have some of the best players. Honestly, you could probably argue that they have the best players in each different role that the game offers. So there's nothing bad I can say about that. Like, this team, this video is going to be kind of weird because it is going to be very hard to kind of talk, not even talk badly, but just criticize this team. And then when you look at their overall game mode / map records, once again, can't really say anything negatively about them. They went 47-22 in hardpoint throughout the year, 39-22 in S&D, and 36-9 in control. So once again, there is no weakness. Okay, there's been teams that have been dominant this year and past years where they're really good at 1 or 2 game modes, and one's kind of average, right? But they're so good at the other modes that it doesn't really matter. This team is just dominant. I think they honestly might have the best overall record for each map and game mode out of any team in the league this year. Now, you can fact check me. I could be off. Maybe there might be another team that has a little bit of a better record in one of those game modes, but I would actually be very surprised because of how dominant they've been. But this team is just, they have to be the favorites. Even after their poor performance at the stage 5 major, I still have them as my number 1. Now, going on to what I think this team needs to do to win champs, or something that gives them the potential to win champs. And all it is, honestly, is forgetting about the stage 5 major. That's it. Wipe it from your memory. Don't ever watch the, no, you should probably watch the VODs back a little bit, okay? But like, don't sit on this loss, because yes, they were one of the favorites going into it. Yes, they performed badly. Yes, they've been in a slump lately, but we know their potential. They know their potential, okay? All they need to do is get back on the grind, figure out what went wrong, especially at the stage 5 major. But even in the regular season, I mean, this was the first time they didn't get first in their group, right? Going into a major. So figure out what went wrong, what you can improve on, and just have a clean slate almost. Like, there's no reason to sit around and just stress over that loss. And I don't think they are, but I think that that's honestly the only thing they need to do to win. Okay, I might have been capping a little bit. That's not the only thing. Just because if they just forgot about stage 5, they could still improve on certain things. So another thing that I think will help propel them to winning COD champs, play more loose. You know, it seems like while they've been in their slump, they've been playing kind of uptight, right? They don't look like the Atlanta Faze that we're used to seeing throughout this whole entire game. And I don't know what the reasons are. Maybe it's just a slump. Every team goes through a slump. It happens everywhere in every sport. You know, maybe they're just slumping at the wrong time. But the best teams can always get out of that slump pretty quickly. They don't let it turn into something bigger than it needs to be. But besides those 2 things, I truly can't think of something else that will help them win champs. because they got all the tools, they got all the resources with their staff, their management, everything. And in my opinion, like I say, guys, I still think they're going to be a favorite. I do. I think you're crazy if you don't have them as one of the favorites to win the whole damn thing. Now, on the opposite side of that, though, something that I think could cost them COD champs, it is the fact that there's been so much pressure on these guys. So much pressure because there's the dynasty talk, right? We have 2 dynasties in Call of Duty history. It's Complexity, and that's the Optic team. Okay, that's it. Everyone and their mama is saying this FaZe team is the next dynasty. They're saying, oh, if this FaZe team wins this champs, they're not only a dynasty, but they're probably not even the 3rd best dynasty. They probably pass one of the other 2 up, however order you have them in, right? It's a lot of pressure. And on top of that, throughout the whole year, FaZe has been expected to win every single event. Maybe not at the first one. No, I think a lot of people still did, but like maybe not as hard at the first one. But after we've seen what they've done, event in, event out, they're expected to win. They have high expectations, right? If like, yeah, they played poorly, okay, at this last major. But even the one where they lost to Toronto, right? I think it was 5-3. And people were like, oh my God, maybe FaZe isn't that good. You know, oh yeah, they won stage 1, but they just lost to Toronto. Maybe they're not that good. It's like, this team just got 2nd in the major. That is great for so many other teams. But yet, when you look at FaZe, you're expecting greatness. You're expecting to win. So I think if they let the pressure get to them, all this dynasty talk, okay, the pressure of just them being the favorites all year, having the bullseye on their back, every team studying their specific VODs, right, to counter them, to hard counter them, that could mess them up. That could cost them. And I think that is one of the reasons why, in my opinion, they've looked kind of tight, right? They're not playing as loose, as free as they normally have. I think because maybe they're letting the outside chirping kind of sneak on in, you know, just find its way through a window or something. I truly do think that they'll block all that noise out, okay? But that is the one thing that can hurt this team right now. They have no weaknesses when it comes to game modes. They have no weaknesses when it comes to individual players, anything like that. Teamwork, understanding of the game, they're phenomenal from top to bottom. But if they let that outside noise get in and they let the pressure get to them, I think that's going to be their biggest enemy at COD Champs. I do. Which I would hate to see, by the way, because obviously I'm an LAT fan, an LAT stan. I want to see them win. But a lot of people are like, oh, COD is boring. It's boring now because FaZe is winning. It's like we're witnessing greatness, you know? I want to see another dynasty happen. And I do think if they win this champs, they are a cemented dynasty. So I just love watching good quality competitive Call of Duty. And I would hate for them to have the year that they've had and just bomb out at the end. Unless they're playing LAT, then of course. Sorry, FaZe. Like, you know what I mean? It's even though they had a very successful year already, you know, even if another team wins, it would be very hard to still say FaZe wasn't the best team throughout the whole year. For the 5 majors, you know, well, I guess say they don't even make the finals. 4 out of the 6 events in the year they were in the finals. They won 3 of them. They literally won half of the events. So it would be tough. But I know that they have their eyes on the prize, and I wish them the best. Once again, unless they're playing LAT, then I hope they get absolutely cooked. But that's going to do it for my champs preview, guys, for Atlanta Faze. I know this video was kind of short. It's kind of straightforward. Didn't really have much negative things to say or like too much criticism. But that's just because this team not only has been so dominant, they've had the same team. You know, they haven't had any team changes. There really hasn't been a low until stage 5 or not stage 5 champs. She's the stage 5 major. And so like you can't really classify that as a like, if I don't want to make something bigger than it actually is, you know, that's one thing I don't want to do. But I think with other teams that are going to be competing, there's going to be a lot more to talk about because of some roster changes, some drama behind the scenes, a lot more peaks and valleys, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. As always, though, I appreciate the love, man. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I believe we're like 1,000 subs off of 30,000. I'm super grateful. I know I say that in damn near every video, but I truly do love what I'm doing and seeing the support. And most of you guys rock with me and love the content. Means the absolute world to me. But until next time, I'm going to see y'all when I see y'all. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated. Deuces.